We have with us today Shaunte Massard, the fabulous, beautiful, multi-talented actress, singer, speaker, writer extraordinaire.
Yeah, thank you.
So, when did you get into acting?
When did I get into acting? Such a good question. When I was growing up, I was super shy. But whenever I did school plays, oh my goodness, I would just come alive. And people would be like, oh my gosh, that's Shaunte, because they would know in class, and I would be super quiet. I didn't want anybody looking at me. But whenever I was forced to be in these school plays and they give me a tiny part, I like shine, So that was like my intro into acting. But later on in life, I was a young mom and I was looking for like part-time money, like a job, So I started looking in the newspaper. I know we don't use the newspaper anymore. Everything's online. It's Google.
Right?
But that ages me. So I was looking in the newspaper for like a little part-time job, and I saw the Guide to Theater Arts in Washington, D.C. That used to be a performing arts section. And I knew, that's something that really spoke to me, So I was like, wow, if I could just do like a play and get paid for it, that'd be great. So I went out for this play. It was Dreamgirls, and I always knew about Dreamgirls, but I never saw the show. It was on Broadway. Yeah. I never saw a Broadway show at that time, but I knew it was something that, I was like, wow, I think I would like that. I sang in the choir at church, so I was like, I'd like to sing and, act and get paid for that. Wow, that's amazing. So I auditioned. I got the role, and then I said, well, okay, so when do we get paid? Like, what's the pay schedule? And they were like, this is community theater. They told me it was community theater, and I was like, well, what does that mean? They were like, this is sort of like volunteer. And I'm telling you, you wouldn't have known it, because everybody that came out, they were amazing. They could sing. This was in Baltimore, Maryland. I'm telling you, some talented people there. And I was like, what? I was in this for the money, but I went home. I was like, I will have to find a job still, but I think I want to continue to do this. And really, that was kind of my way into theater. From that, I went to dinner theater. From that, I started working at professional theaters. I went on tour. So yeah, that was the beginning for me.
That's funny. I mean, I saw the clips of you, the photos and clips from Dreamgirls, and that was your origin story.
Like, that was my very first play, and I've done that show about 5 times since.
Oh, wow.
I have played every character except Effie. Effie is the main character with the big voice, and I'm like, one day I want to play her, and I don't think I have to be a really heavy person to play her.
There you go. Break the stereotype.
There you go, right?
What has been some of your favorite roles as an actress?
That's one of them. I mean, because I come from a theater background, so I love theater. I love theater because it gets to tell like the whole story. You go through a real journey, and being in Dreamgirls, I really got to play every single character. But the main character I love was Dina Jones. I played Dina Jones. She was the young lady who became like the star, like the Diana Ross. But she was very much complicated because, she really did want to be, an artist. She wanted to create, so, and that's our lives as artists. We love to create. So.
Okay.
Hi, Eli.
Come here. Someone wants to say.
Eli, that's my happiness. Eli, that's my happiness.
We were watching something the other night, and he's like, "Let's watch this. Look, it's my happiness." And we started watching for a little bit, and he goes, "That's not my happiness. Turn it off." He thought it was you at first. He thought it was me. Do you remember that? You're like, "That's not my happiness. Turn that off."
He knows his happiness. Eli, that's my happiness. I wrote that song for you. Do you like it?
He wrote that song for you.
I just wrote it just now. In my head.
Can you go in the living room and go play with your iPad? Okay.
But anyways, I know I was going on and on about Dina Jones, but other characters I have loved to play. I also played Whitney Houston in Selena. Oh my gosh. I mean,
the TV series.
Say again?
The TV series?
The TV series, yes,
okay.
Yes, on Netflix. Yeah, the TV series on Netflix.
Whitney Houston.
I love just playing that icon. I would have loved to have played Whitney in the biopic movie that came out, which I thought was fabulous. I don't know if you got a chance to see it, but
I did see it.
Oh my gosh, it was so beautiful, such a great story, and yeah, any chance that I get that I can ever play her again, I will. So I mean, just because it's her, that's why I love that that character.
Yeah, I've seen about two movies in the last 3 years, I think.
Oh, geez.
Not
we gotta get out. We gotta have a girls' night out at the movie.
I know, right?
Let's do it.
So then you moved to LA, and you were like, theater maybe here is not maybe enough. Let me see what I can do in LA. What was your plan when you got here?
Oh, that's a good question. So yeah, that's exactly what happened. I was doing a ton of theater in DC. I ended up going to grad school, and I was deciding whether I should go to New York or LA or Atlanta, and that depended on what genre. Did I want to do theater acting? Did I want to do TV? But I decided I wanted to do more TV and film work. So I did move to LA, and my plan was theater would be my survival job. That's the job that will just hold me over until I'm discovered and I become this big movie star. But there wasn't a lot of theater here in LA, and if it wasn't great theater, like it is on the East Coast. It's really great theater on the East Coast, and so it's a whole different type of culture, here. People are very much focused on TV and film. That's exactly what I wanted, but I didn't know exactly, the extent of it. So yeah, that was my plan, and that didn't work out. But I was able to, I don't know if you're leading to this, but I was able to find Dhar Mann Studios after being here. I think I was here about 3 or 4 years. And, I did have to get some survival jobs in the meantime. I worked at the Grove, which I thought was a fabulous job. I was like a personal stylist. I would go and buy people, a personal shopper. I would go and buy their, the clothes and gifts for people, so I did that in the meantime while I was auditioning, and I even was a Uber driver, a Lyft driver. I was like, I had 3 jobs, man. I was working at the Grove, I was an Uber driver, and I was doing background acting and auditioning for other projects. So it was a lot going on. But then I had a friend, huh?
Oh, I was gonna say, and I don't think a lot of people outside of this industry understand that an actor a lot of times will have 3 or 4.
Exactly. It's a grind. Yeah.
That's just like that's normal.
It's a grind. It's only the very few people who can do acting, and that's it. Like, acting is their only job. Only a very few percentage in the acting community. Very few. And so, I mean, and even the ones that do end up, making a living at acting, they still have other brand deals, and they work with different marketing companies to capitalize on their success as an actor, because being an actor is sometimes just living in LA. it's a high cost to live in paradise, so actually, and the way that I found Dhar Mann was I was doing a little play, because I was doing some little plays in the area, and I was doing a play, and Carl was working in one of the plays. Yep. And I met him, and he was so quiet, but I knew he was such a sweetie pie, but he was so quiet, and we had kind of a cordial, like, hi, how are you? But I mean, when he called me that, and told me that he needed an actor to come in and fill in, I was surprised. I was like, wow, thank you for, calling me, considering me, and thinking about me. But yeah, and after that, we became super close, great friends, because I mean, he's Carl, so.
How many years ago was that? What year was that?
That was 2018. Wow, was it 2018 or 2019? I get it confused. It had to be 2018. It was the end of 2018. Yeah. Right? The years are running into each other.
I know. I started in 2018, so I wasn't sure.
If you started in 2018, then I started in 2019. Okay. So it was 2019. It was the end of 2019. Okay, so it was late October 2019. Okay. So cut that out. It was late October 2019.
It's all good. And what you've been there since the Penthouse days.
Yeah.
What have you think, like what has it been like for you to be part of it since its inception?
So let me tell you, 2019, when I came in and I was going to a penthouse in downtown LA, was amazing. Okay. I was like, oh, I made it. I made it. I made it in Hollywood. I am filming at a penthouse in downtown LA. I made it. But look at where the company is now. Look at the studio. I mean, it has grown and grown and grown. And I think it has truly been amazing to be a part of it. It truly has. I think that because of my heart posture, and I believe the same for you, the same for Carl, the people that started this and originated it. We all wanted something to share with the world, and especially our creator, Dhar Mann. We wanted to share these inspiring stories. We wanted to share our heart. We wanted to share our experiences with the world, and look how it's grown because of the way that we give. And I think that's a law, a spiritual law, a natural law. Give and it will be given back to you. Pressed down, shaken together, run it over.
Yeah.
Men put into your bosom. That's the thing. It's like, look how much love we've gotten back because we've shared ourselves with the world. So it's been incredible. It really has.
Yeah. So if you felt like I've arrived when you're shooting the Penthouse downtown, what was it like for you when you first pulled up at the studio, when they finally got a sound stage and they had sets? What was that like a level for you? Or? Oh,
new level. For sure, new level. Yeah. I had to go get a new wig. I mean, I was looking like Marilyn Monroe. I was like, oh yeah, this is it.
Mom, you're all dressed up.
I know. I'm going out with Jim tonight.
Not again, Mom. Really? I don't like him.
You don't even know him. Can you say hi to him when he comes to pick me up tonight?
I mean, why? Why do you have to date anyway? Huh? It's weird.
Honey. It's been a long time since your dad passed away. I know you miss him. I miss him too. But it's been 5 years now. Do you want me to be alone forever?
No. You'll always have me.
Well, what am I gonna do when you go to college? Or when you get married?
Ugh, I'll never get married. Don't worry.
Oh, okay, is that right? I think I kind of want you to get married. You gonna stay my little girl forever? Huh? Oh,
Something
that's
wrong?
him. Yeah. Did you invite your whole gang over here?
Gang? These are my cousins. Hey, primos, say what's up to my new neighbor.
Hi.
We're just having a little housewarming celebration, that's it.
You know, I knew you moving in here would be trouble. We all work very hard to keep this a nice neighborhood. And now you're going to ruin it.
By hanging out with my family? I don't understand.
Those guys over there, they look like troublemakers to me.
Not at all. These guys do very well for themselves.
Oh, so selling tacos and being a farmer and working at a liquor store is doing well for you. No. Listen, just keep the music down or I'm calling your landlord. No, even worse, the cops.
Hi, guys. How was Legoland?
It was so much fun. And look, Blake's mom got us Lego shirts.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you. Thank you again for everything. This has meant so much to Eric.
It's no problem, really. By the way, I spoke with my husband, and we would love to hire you at our company. We just had a managerial position open up.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. I don't know what to say.
Say yes, Mom.
Okay, honey. This is going to change our lives. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I did because I mean, you know, they had the opening party there to show us the studio and what it is that we've created, you know, together, what we've manifested together. And it was just like, wow, this is truly where dreams come true in California, in LA, in Hollywood, at Dhar Mann Studios. Just, you know, when you just keep going and doing your best and giving your heart and your soul, this is what can happen. This is how it can manifest. So yeah, it was incredible.
You've been like, have you had like any like personal like contact with Dhar or Laura? Have they ever been around and you've been filming? Have you had any kind of relationship with them?
Oh, for sure. I love it when we were filming or even when there were like, if there was a special event or something and Dhar would come around, it's like, yay, he's here, you know, because he's the sweetest, most down to earth. He's very much like, he's there, he's present, he's listening to you. I mean, that was the thing. It's like, you know, even though he's this big CEO, he would like really be there and want to talk and hear your thoughts. So, I mean, I really appreciate that type of relationship with him. And then when Dhar and I've seen the babies and Laura and the babies come to set, and I mean, it's just awesome. She's super sweet, super cute. I mean, awesome. And when we had the premiere last year for your film, the first film that they did, I had some time with Dhar and Laura there that I was just like, I love them. Like, I want them to be like, we're besties. Like, we're besties. Because they were just down to earth and we're having fun. And, you know, this is not all just business. Yes, it is a business that they're running, but yeah, this is a family and we care about you and we appreciate you. So that's what I get in the atmosphere that we get to play in, that we get to work in. That's what I get from them.
Oh man, I remember when you shot the challenge, the like try not to scream challenge or try. And I just remember you coming back and telling like Giovanna and I about it and telling us what it was like to spend time with Dhar and how inspired you were from being around Dhar and Laura.
They were very inspiring. That's right. Yeah. So when we did that challenge, and first of all, people always say, "Oh my gosh, you had roaches crawling."
I could have done it.
Shaunte, just think about the trip.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm really glad I didn't get this one.
I'm so happy that I didn't get those.
It's on your hand. It's warm.
Oh, it's warm?
Are they warm?
They have so many ways to like.
Oh no, he's going. He's going.
I would have ran out the building by now.
It was horrible. It was horrible. It really was gross. That was the grossest thing I've ever done. But I did get to spend time with them because we went to Universal Studios and I got to hang with Laura, and literally Laura said, I'm cold. I need to go and get a jacket. She went in one of the stores, came out with the jacket, and I was just like, yes, girl. The world is Laura's closet. I said, that's what I want. That's the life that I want to live. It's so, I mean, for them to just be able to share their experiences and not be apologetic about it, you know? Why be apologetic about the hard work? You know, I mean, it's hard work to run a studio, to be consistent. I mean, to be professional, to hire the right people. I mean, to write every script. I don't do that. I show up on set and I do my lines, but the time and the energy and the skill that went into building this company, honey, they deserve everything they got. Okay, all right. So every time I see Dara, I'm like, okay, I'm working, sir. I'm working on being like you and Dara. I mean, Laura. I said Dara. Oh, that's cute, Dara. Yeah, I like that. Dara and Laura, Dara. That's cute. Okay.
Yeah, that's funny. Or it's like Darla's Cafe, the little location.
Oh, yeah, the diner. Is it called Darla?
I think it's called Darla's Diner.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Or Laura. Yeah.
Nice. It's a mix. That's cute. Yeah, but no, they're very much inspiring, very much so. So anytime they're posting a video, I'm like, oh, let me see what's going on, what they're doing.
What was it that made you want to reach out to me and be like, I need to finally talk about something. I need to like say something.
Because first of all, I love to stay positive. You know this. I love to stay positive. I don't like to talk about anything. I don't even like to talk about bad weather, let alone, let alone talk about somebody who I really admire and who is paying my bills. Yes, he is paying my bills. All right. But the reason why I wanted to talk to you was because I was getting so many bad comments about my thoughts on the whole protest and everything. And, they were saying that it's scripted. Yep, it was scripted. Because I just don't want to get on here and say something willy-nilly. I wanted to be direct. I wanted to be truthful. So just because something is scripted doesn't mean it isn't true. The truth, So it's very authentic. It was very genuine. I do feel blessed to be a part of this company. And I just wanted to tell people that, you can look at things two ways. You can look at things like, oh, this is, a really bad situation. Or you can look at it and say, well, what can I learn from it? What is the good things that are coming out of it? How am I growing from this experience? Because if you're not gaining, then you must be growing. I truly believe that. So yeah, it was just a lot of comments and I was like, well, I think it's time for me to step up and be a leader of positive thought and positive speech, and honestly, you admire me very much so, Katherine. I must say, whenever you have something to say on your YouTube, your live, and on Instagram, it is truly of someone who is very eloquent with their words and precise about having a positive message and allowing people to think in a more positive direction, because there's so much going on in the world right now. And for us to have this platform, which the majority of, if not majority, 99.9% of the things that we've been putting out with the company, with Dhar Mann Studios, has been positive. And if there is something negative, a story, we want to make it a redemptive story of someone that overcame it, So I really want to step up and start to be a leader, because obviously I believe that we have been chosen for this season, for such a time as this, to stand up and be the leaders that we were called to be in this world. So I just said it's time for me to just be open. I know that the type of person I am, I love people, and I want people to stay happy and positive, but I want people to know that, you know, there are others that aren't out for your best interest, and they are looking out only for themselves. That's just how the world is, you know. But you know, I want everyone to know that I am here, that I am being as authentic as I can be with a smile and with my personality. And I'm not gonna stop being who I am because, you know, there's people that are angry and upset, and, you know, I mean, there are people that call me a sellout, and I'm just like, well, how am I selling out just being me? That's just who I am. But I mean, that's how people think. And I don't think I can change. You know, if they want to think in a negative way, then they're, you know, open to do that. That's their choice. But you do have a choice. You got a choice. You don't have to think in a negative way. You can think in a positive way. And so that's why I had to say something.
It's interesting. I was talking to my coach about it. Talked to my life coach about some of this stuff the other day, and some of the negative comments that we get sometimes. And, you know, in the negative comments, sometimes people take them a little bit too hard, to take them to heart too much. Mm-hmm. And she was just reminding me of a quote that said, people don't see you as you are, they see you as they are. So it's kind of like what they're putting out in the world. If they're putting out negativity, then they're going to see negativity in whatever they're looking at.
True.
If we're looking for the positive things in life, we're going to find the positives. And if we're looking for the negative things in life, we're going to find the negative. We attract whatever we are.
That is so true. You hit it right on the head. Yes, very true.
So what is it, you mentioned some people that worked there that were unhappy. Mm-hmm. What is it that keeps you there? I mean, you still work there.
Yeah.
Why do you choose to stay when a few people are making a lot of noise about how it's so terrible and it's so awful and you're not getting paid? I mean, this is interesting because you said the whole reason you became an actor was for the money.
Yeah.
And yet you work at Dhar Mann studio where we're all supposedly just working for slave wages and or not getting paid at all. So
I know it's been really, really crazy. And that's the thing. The thing is that somebody's perspective of something, that's theirs. You know, I can't say it's a lie. I mean, that's not how they look at it, you know?
Right.
But for me,
true for them. Yeah,
it's true for them, right? It's true for them. If that's how they want to look at the situation, that is how they're looking at it. But I mean, you said it all. That I mean, I'm really looking at it in a positive way. I mean, even before, you know, I took a hiatus at the beginning of the year, but even before that, I was like, wow, this is a great place to come and to train, and you know, I get to actually work on my craft before I, you know, hit it big and make all the money and all this stuff, you know. So I mean, that's what I was thinking. And then also it is a positive, you know, message that we're putting out to the world. And then yeah, I do have some great people I get to work with every day, and you know, the cast and the crew. And then I do have a great boss who really appreciates me and my efforts. And so all of these great things, and no, they're not slave wages, okay? I like to let people know. I had to have a whole conversation with my own son because he was like, they're not paying you. And I'm like, son, they are paying me. I don't understand where this thought is, that because I think that's the thing. When you hear that we're not getting paid enough, I think people automatically think, oh, we're not getting paid minimum wage. No, we get paid a lot more than minimum wage. And you said in your video, it's we get paid good money to be, you know, for it to be a non-union type of job. It is good. It's a good check, you know. And so why would I continue to work someplace where I don't get paid, you know, the money? It's good. honey. I'm set. I'm good. I get paid. All right. And so does everybody. We're all getting paid pretty much, the same. So that's the thing. It's like, no, I was getting all these wonderful things. And then going back now, I feel like, wow, I can continue to be a light for so many people. I mean, just the love that we get, it's been crazy. Hey, the followers, every time I'm out in the mall or the store, people all over the world know who we are, and they are touched by what it is that we've been able to express to them. I mean, you can't buy that. You can't put a price on that, right? So that's the reason why I continue to work at Dhar Mann Studios. It's honestly, it's a great place to work for me.
And you made a good point. It's one thing to be famous. It's one thing to be known. It's one thing to be like, oh, I've seen you on some show. Yeah. But the whole nother thing you've probably experienced someone just like you, literally, your performances in these things have pulled someone out of their darkness, have changed their lives. They're looking at life in a completely different way. It's not just about, I recognize you. It's you have moved me. You have touched me. You have inspired me. You have made me want to be a better person.
Yes, exactly.
And you could be on a big famous movie and be recognized, but not hit deep to the core of the things that people are dealing with in life. And
that's very true. Very true. We've made such an impact in this world during this time. I mean, I'm telling you, only God would have put me in a place. Really, he's given me what I've wanted and desired and so much more, with working here. Really.
Wow. Yeah. And do you have any last words you want to say? Is there anything I didn't ask you that you wanted to talk about, or do you have any parting message to the fans or anybody watching this that you've been wanting to share?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there is a big answer to everything and to to life, and you do what you can do, and you do the best that you can do, and you love the people that you come into contact with the best that you can. You continue to grow. That's the thing. We don't have the answer to everything, and we can't make everybody happy. We really can't. We can't make every single person happy. But I think that you do your best every day to wake up and ask the Creator, why am I here? Whose life am I going to touch today? How do you want to use me? And you just let life happen from that point. I think that's it. It's just I'm such a blessed. I feel like I am like God's favorite some days. I really do. I feel like I'm God's favorite, and yet no, I'm not. I don't have a Hollywood star on the Walk of Fame, and I'm not on a billboard, but I truly feel like my life is so blessed and abundant. And I think finding that abundant, that peace, that love, that joy every day, man, that's life. That's life right there. So, yeah.
That's really beautiful. It's choosing to focus on the blessings and having peace with where you're at. Not that you're settling, but that you're content with the direction you're going and the steps and the journey God's taking you to get there. And working at this Dhar Mann Studios is a big part of that journey. God only knows where it's going to lead, but it's been a great journey thus far.
It has. I appreciate having you as a sister. I wouldn't have met you. You're amazing. You really are. I love Katherine. Katherine, you're Superwoman. I mean, really. So, appreciate you.
Well, thank you so much for being here and sharing your perspective. And I just love the positivity and yeah, I think You're just a huge blessing to a lot of people. And I loved what you said about being unapologetic about being happy.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Right?
What a concept. We don't all have to be mad and angry.
Right.
It's
No, I don't want to be mad. I don't want to be angry. I choose to be happy.
Yeah.
I choose to have a nice life. Yeah. So
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us today.
thank you for having me.
Okay.
Bye.